Hello there everyone and welcome to a new video. So today I'm going to be doing another pros and cons video, this time for a movie which I saw nearly 2 years ago or this year. Yeah, well, compared to this year. And I think it is the worst Star Wars movie ever. So, and you've all probably guessed what it is by the title. It is indeed, of course, Star Wars The Last Jedi. Now, before I went to watch the movie with my brother, I read non-spoiler reviews via Wikipedia. And shockingly enough, all of them were positive. There was no negative view in sight. Some reviews were even saying it was the best Star Wars movie since The Empire Strikes Back. So I thought, oh, okay, well, I'll definitely go and watch it then. So I went to watch it. But upon coming out of the cinema with my brother, I said to him, what the hell have we just watched? Because it's so bad. Now, so I thought I'd talk about my pros first. My top 10 personal pros, okay? It's totally subjective, of course. You may have your own. Okay, so let's get on. My first pro has to be probably Carrie Fisher's portrayal of Leia Organa. She played her so well in the film. She really did. And it's a massive shame that she's no longer with us. But hey, at least we are going to see her via unused footage in The Rise of Skywalker very soon. So I'm looking forward to seeing her one final time. But yeah, she played the role really well. And apparently, none of her scenes were deleted. All of the scenes she filmed are in the movie, which is really good. And then, my second pro of the movie has to be John Williams' score. John Williams is my favourite music composer for movies. And the Star Wars soundtrack is my favourite. And his music in this was really good. I love how he reprised the music from A New Hope, where the Falcon's fighting those TIE fighters, you know, before they go to a Death Star in the Battle of Crait. That was really good how he did that, and unfortunately he has confirmed that Episode 9 will be his final Star Wars movie he's composing music for, so it'll be a shame, won't it? But yeah, his music in this was great. It really was. And then my third pro of the movie probably has to be Mark Hamill's cameo as an alien called Dobusque. So yeah, because Mark Hamill is a very talented voice actor. I love him as the Joker in Batman media. And his cameo was pretty funny. It was pretty funny how he mistook BB-8 as being like a slot machine. That was pretty funny, that. I didn't even know it was Mark Hamill at first until I read it later. You know, I read, the cast. And then, my fourth pro of the movie probably is what has to be Andy Serkis' portrayal of Snoke. I will admit, for what it was worth, despite what happens to Snoke in the movie, Andy Serkis played him really well. I mean, he's the king of motion capture, everyone, so yeah, he was great in this movie. And so yeah, so that was my fourth pro. And then after that, my fifth pro as well, probably has to be, well, the inclusion of Leia's hologram from A New Hope. That was a really cool little addition, how they didn't forget about that and R2 played it to Luke. And that's what actually convinced him to start training Rey. That was really nice how they did that. It really was. How they didn't forget that. And then, as well as that, another really cool pro I have has to be Gary Barlow's cameo in this as a Resistance soldier. Because, yeah, Gary Barlow's one of my favourite singers, and getting him to appear in this in a cameo, that was really cool. And also Edgar Wright too. So you have cameos in general, and also Prince William and Prince Harry as well, appearing as stormtroopers. There is one particular cameo which I will talk about, but that will be one of the cons. Not because the cameo's bad, because of what happened to a cameo. And then my sixth pro as well, probably has to be, well, the action sequences. They're all great, particularly the space fights, they're really good. And the effects in them are amazing. And so yeah, and the choreography is also really good in the movie as well. So yeah, that's my sixth pro. Then my seventh pro as well probably has to be, well, the visual effects. Yes, so the CGI for the characters is really good. You know, like the alien characters, particularly for Snoke as well, because he's of course motion captured. So yeah. And like, the lightsaber effects as well, just same as usual really, really nicely done. And then my eighth pro as well probably has to be, well, how they featured two different stories at the same time. So Rey getting trained, well, many different stories, interwoven together. So Rey being trained by Luke, and Poe's mutiny against Admiral Holdo, and also Finn on that mission to disable the First Order's tracking device. That was pretty good. How they did, you know, multiple stories at the same time rather than just one story, because one story would have made it boring, wouldn't it? Then my penultimate 9th pro probably has to be the mentioning of Darth Sidious. Yeah, that was really cool how they didn't forget Sidious, particularly because he's coming back in episode 9. Now I'm going to laugh, sorry. And then my final pro, you've all probably guessed what it is, the return of Yoda. So yeah, it was really amazing how they actually got Yoda back in this movie. I think Yoda's appearance was probably the only saving grace of the movie for me. It really was, seeing him return. And he was actually a puppet as well again, which was really good, not CGI. And of course, getting to hear the legendary Frank Oz reprising his role as voice of Yoda, that was amazing, hearing him as him again. I do hope he appears again in episode 9, I really do. I hope. He probably will do, you never know really, but yeah. It was great how he appeared and he spoke to Luke, that was really good. And he told him to learn from his failure. Yeah, that was really good. And then over to the cons. There are so many cons of a movie, but yeah. I have 10 personal ones. So, my first pro of a movie, it probably has to be that, yeah, the lack of character development, because how has Rey learned the Force, you know, towards the end of the movie without actually being taught properly by Luke? Because he only teaches her a few lessons, doesn't he? How has she become so good at the Force and also at dueling with lightsabers? Just how? That's a comment I'd have with Force Awakens, so yeah. And then my second one probably has to be Holdo. I'm sorry, look, right? I like Laura Dern as an actress, you know, from the Jurassic Park franchise and many other things she's done, but not in this, I'm sorry. Holdo was pretty annoying, really. You know, what she did was very cowardly, it really was. No wonder Poe Dameron led a mutiny. So yeah, she really annoyed me as well. Then my third one probably has to be that Luke did not have his green lightsaber on him, you know, in the present day. And that he did not use it in his final confrontation with Kylo Ren. He used Anakin's blue lightsaber. So yeah, because we do see it in flashbacks when he tries to kill Kylo when he's turned to the dark side. But yeah, the rest of the movie we don't see it. However, there is an extended scene of the scene where Rey confronts him. He actually uses his lightsaber to briefly defend himself from her. So it was good how they filmed it, but I was pretty annoyed they didn't show it in the final movie. So yeah, that was really annoying, really. Plus, Kylo Ren didn't even notice that Luke was using the wrong lightsaber in the final fight at all. Didn't acknowledge it at all. So yeah, that was really confusing. And then my fourth con of the movie probably has to be that Luke did not sense that Han Solo had died. I'm sorry, that is one of the biggest errors that The Last Jedi made, because Han was one of Luke's best friends, he really was. And Luke should have sensed his death in the Force. It should have happened, but it didn't. He found out when he heard the Falcon was on the island with Chewbacca, and then he asked, "Where's Han?" So yeah. I mean, what I thought was, in Force Awakens, when he's on the hill, he's actually contemplating suicide because he's lost his friend, Han Solo. He doesn't know who's left. So there's no point in him existing anymore. And now for the Jedi, so yeah. But Rey stops him, but turns out he didn't know at all, thanks to Rian Johnson. And then my fifth con of a movie as well probably has to be Admiral Akbar. I love Admiral Akbar, but I was so upset that he got killed off at the beginning of the movie. How he got sucked into space. I mean, Leia survived, but unfortunately he didn't, and neither did several other Resistance leaders. I was so disappointed about that. I mean, it's pretty logical because his voice actor Eric Borsville passed away, so he was going to probably have a short role in the movie anyway, but we didn't have to kill him off. Come on. That's not fair. I prefer Haishi's video of how The Last Jedi should have ended, where he goes out the way Holdo died. So yeah, that was really annoying how they killed him off, because he's one of the most iconic characters ever, you know, for his "it's a trap" line. But yeah, how could they just kill him off like that? And then my sixth con of the movie probably has to be R2-D2's lack of screen time, because he's one of the most iconic characters in the franchise, and he only appears for like about 5 minutes. And he only has one scene with Luke, really, doesn't he, where he talks to him and shows him the hologram. And he doesn't have that much screen time. I was very disappointed with that, I really was. Then my seventh con of the movie as well probably has to be how they handled Snoke. because he got mauled, if you'll pardon the pun, by his own apprentice, Kylo Ren. I think it was a good way to go out, very well done. But, and the fight scene afterwards was phenomenal. One of the best parts of the movie was that fight scene, the massacre of the end. But Snoke's death should have happened in episode 9, because when Snoke died, thousands of Snoke fan theories died with him about who he was. I mean, people thought he was Darth Plagueis, some even thought he was Mace Windu. So yeah, that was pretty shocking. But now that he's dead, we're not going to know, are we? I mean, he could turn as probably as a Sith ghost in episode 9, but I don't know really what's going to happen with him. I will admit, when I was in the cinema watching it, when he died, everyone in the theatre erupted into cheers and clapping. I mean, I kind of joined in, but deep down I was pretty sad that he was gone just like that, because we didn't know who he was. So yeah, that was really disappointing. But the fight scene afterwards was great. That's probably the best part of the movie, you know, paying a cinema ticket for to watch. It really is, that fight scene. Then my 8th con of a movie as well probably has to be, well, yeah, there's so many. Oh yeah, DJ. Now, when I heard Benicio del Toro was cast in the movie, I thought he was going to be playing a very powerful Sith Lord, more powerful than Kylo Ren. That's what we were all thinking, but it turned out he was just playing a hacker who was actually working with the First Order. I was very mad about that. I was hoping he'd have a bigger role in the movie, but unfortunately he doesn't. So yeah, that was very annoying. He's a great actor, but I wish he had a better role than that. Then my 9th con probably has to be the lack of screen time for Captain Phasma, because she's actually one of the few characters in the sequel trilogy that I like. And Gwendoline Christie plays her so well, but I prefer her as Brienne of Tarth in Game of Thrones. But yeah, I mean, her fight scene with Finn is great, you know, great choreography, great action. I love what they did in Injustice 2 Clash as well, in that fight as well. But she didn't have much screen time. She only appeared in that one scene where she captured them. But then, of course, she falls through a hall of fire when the ship is under attack, you know. So we don't know what's become of her. She could be dead, she could be alive, we don't know. But they said there's no plans for her in episode 9, so yeah, I'm very angry about that. She deserved way more screen time than that. I mean, there is a deleted scene, that's great, but I wish that was in the movie. So yeah. So I feel very sorry for Gwendoline. And as well, speaking of how badly they use characters, I didn't like how they handled Luke at all. Luke Skywalker is one of my childhood heroes, and I love Mark Hamill's portrayal of him. That's because of Luke, he's my third favourite actor after Keanu Reeves and Hugh Jackman. But Rian Johnson, he ruined Luke Skywalker, so I am not looking forward to him returning in episode 9, because of what happened to him in this movie. I really was. I mean, I was hoping he'd have a big role where he uses all of his powers, and he's a master at lightsaber dueling, but he doesn't do much in the movie. I'm sorry, that character is not Luke Skywalker, thanks to Rian Johnson. And then my final kind of movie, you all guess what it is, haven't you? It's Rose! I hate Rose! She does my head in! Yeah, she's the worst Star Wars character of all time. She really is. She's incredibly annoying, and I did not like her at all. She really did my head in when I saw the movie. I mean, I do like Helen Mirren. I think she's a good actress. She seems a really nice person behind the scenes, but I think she deserves much better than what she had in The Last Jedi. I really do. And plus, as well, I hated that final scene where Finn is about to sacrifice himself by destroying, I think it's the First Order's engine, which powers up all their machinery, I think. Yeah, it's a siege cannon, so yeah. And Rose stopped him from doing a very noble thing, and then when he complains about her, saying, why did you do that? You know, I was about to sacrifice my life for everyone. She then says to him, I saved you, dummy. And then she kisses him. Oh, God, that was cringy, how she said that. Because she didn't save him, she stopped him doing a very noble thing, which would have been a perfect ending for her character. So, yeah. Okay, so, this is me reviewing, giving my top 10 pros and cons of Star Wars The Last Jedi. So, give this video a like and let me know in the comments what you thought of this movie as well. Your top 10 pros and cons, by all means fire away in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all later.